Okay, this is an interesting topic. Many players think that open world PvP in the new world is dead. But what do you think? I believe it's not dead, but rather on life support, and if devs won't do anything with PvP, then a few months after release it will be dead. In this video I will tell you how I would fix it, which is by no means the only or the best way, not at all. I just want to show you that there are ways how to interest players in open world PvP and provide them with a healthy dose of adrenaline and rewards on a daily basis. Before we dive into an open world PvP, there are few things that have to be changed right away. You already probably know what I mean. Life staff's speed of flight ability must go away. The code must be printed out on paper and burned in a cleansing ceremony. No weapon should have an ability that everybody wants to use. This game mechanic essentially just reduced our maximum weapon slots from 3 to 2, as everyone felt that they must use life staff even if they only used it for dashing. The second fix is regarding player camps. I don't know why not many players point that out, but having to fight a player in the wilderness 10 seconds after you killed them just because they have a camp nearby is plain dumb. Or make all camps destructible or add a cooldown to respawn timer. 10 to 15 minutes should be enough. I've seen suggestions about PvP arenas, where players can duel, but just think for a moment what this will actually achieve. If most PvP players now will spend the majority of their time in arena dueling each other and building an honor system, competing for leaderboard places, then we can already start digging a grave for open world PvP, as with most PvP players busy in instanced fights, open world PvP will be completely dead. Well, if that's what Amazon or PvP players really want, then fine. But I would like to have a healthy amount of flagged players in the open world instead. So, with that out of the way, we can finally get to the fixing open world PvP part. The goal here is to provide incentives for most players to engage in open world PvP on a daily basis. That's important. And not just engage. Create a system where running away is not even considered as being an option. Regrouping, yes. Running away, no. So, how to achieve this? Well, players, at least most players, only care about themselves and will not bother wasting their time on a greater good. Sooner developers realize that factions itself mean nothing to majority of players, sooner we can expect meaningful game mechanics promoting different aspects of the game, including faction-specific perks, gear, skills, maybe even faction-specific weapons. Essentially, players want to get something that they need and can use right here and right now. And my idea is to add PvP tokens into the game. Not to abuse the system, players would get, let's say, 100 PvP tokens every day. But they must unlock these tokens by fighting other players. If you kill an enemy, you unlock 10 tokens. If you die, then you unlock 5 tokens, an example. So depending on how good or bad you are in PvP, you will have to fight 10 to 20 players every day to unlock all daily PvP tokens. To limit friendly killings, there should be some kind of cooldown in place, like 30-minute cooldown. So if you already got 5 or 10 tokens from fighting player X, then for 30 minutes fighting the same player won't unlock any more tokens. Now players know exactly why they are killing enemies and why running away is just a waste of time if you still have some unlocked PvP tokens. After all, it's better to take it like a man and die already. The next step is to make these tokens important. Turn them into some kind of unique currency that players can spend on what they need. And I like the system where players can buy different items from a special PvP vendor and pay with unlocked PvP tokens. Every day there could be new items of specific types available that will randomly reset every day. In example, one type of tier 5 cut gemstone, one or few types of special crafting resource of max tier. Those are used to craft perks onto your gear, and crafters always need those. Maybe this vendor can even sell Vial of Azoth or some other resources that players can't gather, like components used in refining, different color dyes, maybe even special color dyes that are only available here for PvP tokens, whatever devs feel generous rewarding us with. So if today I see there a cut pristine onyx, then I know that by spending some time flagged and by unlocking all daily tokens I can buy it. What's great here is that players can just do their normal activities and don't have to hunt anyone, as with enough incentives these encounters will happen naturally all over the place. But now, with both parties willing to fight. Also, hardcore PvP players don't need any incentives usually, all they need are enemies. That's why I suggest a PvP vendor that sells very useful things for non-hardcore PvP players, such as crafting materials, refining components, gemstones, azoth, so everyone can benefit from those items, and if today there is an item that you really want, then just flag yourself and after 10-20 fights that item is yours. So now players have a good reason why to engage in PvP and why fight till death. But we still need to add incentives for players to do that every day and never skip on those tokens. And that incentive is a legendary item. If players unlocked all 100 PvP tokens every day for the whole week, then they will get a random legendary item. In my opinion, someone who fought 100 or so players a week deserves it. If developers are too greedy and don't want to give players who were running around flagged for 10+ hours a week a legendary item, make it a monthly reward. Find something else weekly then. There should be additional incentives to unlock daily PvP tokens, even if PvP vendor doesn't have anything that players need right now. And if this system works, then developers can gradually increase the daily PvP token limit and keep players engaged in PvP for even longer. Let me know what you think about open world PvP in the new world down in the comments section, but to me there must be rewards and incentives to flag myself. How big are these bonuses is only up to developers. They are the only humans on this planet that have the whole picture. Only they know legendary item drop rates, how many players are flagged for longer than 10 hours per week, how often they plan to increase legendary item gear score cap, if any at all, what weapons and skills are planned, how big the map will be, and so on and so forth. Imagine the game like a big house and we are only allowed to visit one room. How can we even make up our minds about the whole house from that? I just hope that they have a plan for open world PvP. And it will be really a shame, I would even say crime against players, not to use such unique action combat in an MMO to promote open world PvP skirmish. Just remember, everything is subject to change, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Also, link to my Discord is down below, feel free to jump in and say hi or ask me any questions. That's it for now, Eternum awaits you.